And it's broken up to Eden Hazard in the centre circle, running at Trent Alexander-Arnold, releasing Giroud down the channel. Lovely turn by Giroud to get away from Gomez and finds the ball back to Eden Hazard, who bounces off the challenge. In towards Willian, back to Giroud, flick towards Hazard. Hazard in the area, Gomez went to ground, and at the second attempt was able to clear that away for Liverpool.
Great little interchange between Willian, Hazard and Giroud. That's what you get with Giroud. Holds the ball up, brings everyone else into play. Great play.
Liverpool coming the other way. Firmino releasing Sadio Mane, looks to take on Rudiger, but Rudiger is way too strong for him, and let us know where you are listening to this game. Absorbing opening 10 minutes. Lovely drop of the shoulder by Mo Salah to get away from Rudiger, and for the second time in the match the shot from Salah is poor, this time high and wide.
Again, you know, his body language is very different than the last year. I don't want to harp on about the confidence in that, but that last year would have been top corner, and I'm glad we're not sitting that part of the stand, otherwise we'd have to duck like the other people in Rose Ed.
Lovely drop of the shoulder, though, by Mo Salah.
Yeah.
The finish wasn't there, but a confident man couldn't beat two players like that.
And we can't,
a man without confidence, sorry.
Chelsea can't keep giving him them forms, because he's going to put one in the back of the net and keep us all quiet. But so far, the best chances have fallen to Mo Salah. And
Chelsea have given the ball away again from the goalkeeper, trying to play out. Henderson's misplaced pass gets the Blues back on it. I wonder if they might need to go plan B here, Chelsea. It's not the first time it's happened in the opening 11 minutes.
With Liverpool pressing so high, there's space up top to hit Giroud in his chest, so that's where I'm thinking, suck him in, but then play the other ball. It's not a boot, it's just a long pass. You can play the 10-yard passes, but sometimes a long pass will do.
Eden Hazard trying a long pass on the ground for the run of N'Golo Kante, who finds himself in the unfamiliar position of winger these days for an inexplicable reason. Intercepted by Liverpool, who play it back to Alisson, the frustrated centre midfielder who's stuck in goal. Blasted upfield by Alisson, and maybe that's why he doesn't do it very often, because that was to nowhere.
Yeah, that's a boot. That's a boot up top. But you can see what he's trying to do: hit the front man's chest, where Chelsea are pressing so high, and it's an out ball.
12 minutes gone. Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0. Premier League Live. Reminder: Man United, big losers earlier today at London Stadium by 3-1. City victorious in their game. They've gone top. It's the big stories of the day. Arsenal as well victorious, despite being utterly outplayed by Watford for much of that game. at Emirates Stadium. David Luiz in his own penalty area, into Kovacic, then Jorginho, back to Kepa again. Can't quite get out their own penalty area right now. Chipped out left to Alonso, headed on to Willian. That's good football this time from Chelsea. They're upfield. Jorginho with the ball out left to Hazard. Slight miscontrol, but he has been able to keep it in, and the referee's actually stopped the play. Our player's gone down. There's the ball towards Hazard, but I think it may have been Willian with the connection on Gomez, which kept him out of position, and a free kick has been given. We're getting a replay of that now.
I think we see it. Ooh.
Willian maybe just pulling Gomez down, but not quite sure that's a free kick.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a free kick, but great play from the back, and then the out ball to Alonso, and then it opens up. So maybe that's their way.
Ball with Virgil van Dijk, midway inside his own half. Chipped out right to Mo Salah, who controls on the thigh and pokes it forward to Wijnaldum. Turns back in field away from David Luiz. Runs now towards the centre circle with it. Right to left. Finds the release to Robertson. Down the line now to Milner. Right on the touchline far side. Back in field to Wijnaldum, who played in the centre of those central midfielders. Joe Gomez with a drive out left to Sadio Mane. Good pass to him. Control, but he's offside, Sadio Mane.
Yes, it's disappointing. You can see the whole line looking right across the line. Is it just being lazy? A little bit lazy there. You can see the whole line.
Sometimes Sadio Mane just doesn't seem as alert as he should be at times, and that's one of those that I don't feel like you'd see Mo Salah on the other side being caught off like that.
Yeah. It's lazy mind at times, isn't it? And sometimes when you've got that pace, you don't really need to be lazy. You can stay up. You're going to beat most people for pace.
Jorginho's pass forward, intercepted by Van Dijk, who stepped out. Brilliant from him. He finds Firmino, then Sadio Mane on the edge with the drive, but it's always spinning away from the outside of the right boot from Sadio Mane.
It's an unusual one, isn't it? Jorginho giving the ball away. Great step in from Van Dijk as a centre half, and look, we just can't keep giving them these chances to find their shooting range.
Chelsea are almost playing at walking pace at times in this game, which will not please their manager Sarri at all. This is not how we've seen his sides play previously. Struggling to get their ball upfield as Liverpool press high. Maybe it's praise to them rather than criticism for Chelsea. This time they do try and get it forward. Gomez steps across and stops the pass into Eden Hazard about 10 yards inside the Liverpool half from falling to a Chelsea man. 15 minutes gone now as Alexander-Arnold fires one forward. Again, it's misplaced. Rudiger's header into N'Golo Kante. Forward to Eden Hazard, who's drifted to the other wing. Into Kovacic. Back to Hazard. Just over the halfway. A clear kick from Firmino. And Firmino can count himself pretty lucky there not to be booked for that. That's a clear, cynical foul.
Very naughty, that one there. One way to stop him. Not like we want to see that. But again, Hazard, once he's got the ball, he's a danger, and everyone on the red shirt is alert to that.
Still waiting for our first shot from Chelsea in the game. 3 from the Reds, 1 on target, 1 spooned wide from Mohamed Salah when he should have done a lot better. That's about all she wrote so far. Chelsea 55-45, winning the possession battle so far. Here's Eden Hazard approaching the penalty area of Liverpool. He turns away from that area and finds the ball back to Jorginho. Left to Alonso, he'll find Kovacic, then Jorginho, slip to Alonso, left to Willian, edge of the area, bit of space for Willian, drifting across, back to N'Golo Kante on the edge, who carries it back left, challenged by Firmino, niggly challenge there from Roberto Firmino, but it's forced Chelsea away from goal. Rudiger in the centre circle, chip to Hazard, first time forward to Alonso, Gomez steps across, controlled on the chest by Alonso, then forced out of play, both player and ball by Joe Gomez, and that'll be, I think, a Liverpool throw as well.
And I think Willian had a chance to shoot there. I don't know what he was waiting for. The perfect opportunity. I think he had 2 perfect opportunities to shoot, and he didn't really opt for one of them. And he gave it to Kante, who's not really known for an outside-the-box shooter.
Well, what he's known for is playing centre midfield, and they don't do that anymore. With N'Golo Kante, he's often found on the wings, with Jorginho pulling the strings in the centre. And it's Kovacic and Kante in each other's way on this near side to get Liverpool back on possession, which they switch quickly to the far. Robertson into Henderson. Henderson back to Virgil van Dijk. It's a game that hasn't quite burned to life so far between these two teams. Flame has flickered a little bit. And Liverpool will probably be the happier of the two teams.
Yeah, I think Liverpool are. They've had the best chances, and I think they realise that chances will come. But it's like watching that chess match in the park, isn't it? Like, I'll go and have a go at the swings and come back if that happens.
The life you lead. Is that what you were doing in your afternoon?
Yeah.
Gary Kasparov over here. A lovely ball forward by Milner into Salah. He's found Firmino in the penalty area. Shot deflected. He's gone down. Alonso then steps across before it can go through to Mo Salah, who was in the penalty area. Bit of afters between those two Brazilians.
Yeah, simple run. Rudiger not really there. Chances, they keep getting these chances. Chelsea are giving these front three the chances to shoot, and they've got to get their shooting boots on soon. Can't keep giving them chances.
First corner of the match, attacking right hand side. James Milner is over it. Two arms go up. Mane at the near post. Firmino at the far. It's towards Virgil van Dijk, who's won it. Heads it back across. Away by Alonso. Van Dijk again. It'll bounce through to Kepa Arrizabalaga, the goalkeeper, who controls quickly and goes quick towards Eden Hazard over the top, who'll get there before Trent Alexander-Arnold. Great pace from Eden Hazard around the corner area, left-hand side. Hazard's done well. Wow. Milner back defending.
He is so strong on the ball. Like, for someone there to hold off someone as big and fast and strong as Alexander-Arnold, Hazard is a great player, really strong, low centre of gravity, just holds him off, but Chelsea couldn't get up there quick enough with him, could they?
No. Eden Hazard, brilliant pace, great strength, but no option to pass. Here he is again, throw in by the corner flag of Alonso, crossed by Alonso after a return pass from Eden Hazard. Fired upfield towards Giroud, good control, finds Willian on the edge, three players ahead of him, it's left to Kovacic, down the line now to Alonso. Alonso's cross, blocked by Alexander-Arnold. Gomez steps across, simple pass to Milner. Liverpool play it upfield, into Salah, back to Henderson. First time to Firmino. Kante gets there before Wijnaldum. Sweeping things up, N'Golo Kante. Best of the business all the way back to Kepa. And up to Kante again, who wasn't expecting it, and it's broken to Henderson. Mo Salah in a bit of space, bit of time. Poor pass though, straight to Azpilicueta. Couldn't control it, breaks out right to Milner, running towards the corner flag. Back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Milner wants it returned to him. It's back to Henderson instead. Henderson, not one to give the ball away easily. Turns the ball forward. Then you can just hear on our effects mics Jordan Henderson screaming at Trent Alexander-Arnold. Not sure what they wanted from him there, but whatever he did, he wasn't
happy. He wasn't happy.
Quiet. And 20 minutes gone. Bit of frustration for the first time from Liverpool. Just a quick one at TalkSport Live on Twitter. Doug Miller. My daughter had the audacity to schedule her wedding for today. Phone is in my pocket listening to your commentary. Go Blues, says Doug.
Surprised you even turned up, Doug. Surprised you even turned up to the wedding.
Don't forget, when they have the firstborn, it must be named after whomever scored today. Those are the rules. And if it's Arrizabalaga, that's the way it goes, Doug. Yeah. You've got to get it done.
If there's a girl called Firmino, then it doesn't really matter.
Roberta? Roberta's quite a nice name, isn't it?
It is actually nice. He's turned that around. I like that.
Thanks, man. Doug, you've got to do it, but we appreciate your commitment to football and Chelsea Football Club. At TalkSport Live is the place to get in touch with Michael Dewberry and me today. As the ball is fired from left to right, Luis to N'Golo Kante, controlled on the stomach and played out right to Willian. Hazard lets it run. Kovacic was there, but so was Alexander-Arnold on the edge of his own area. That's a really good ball on the ground, 50 yards to Mo Salah, who's already in the area. Cuts inside Salah. And he tried to find a pass through to Firmino. Maybe it was a shot. Either way,
that's going
it's
to be
straight
an
through to
important
Kepa.
matchup. Salah against Alonso. Salah's pace. Alonso's not renowned for his pace and doesn't have much. And once that area is vacated, watch David Luiz. Does he come over? Does he leave his area space? And luckily it comes to nothing. But that's going to be an important area for this game today.
Really interesting thing that was evident last week against West Ham, that Chelsea always leave three back. If one full-back goes, the other one stays. There were three back, but if you're the man that goes in Alonso, as you say, Luis has got to be on the cover, and he just kind of let Salah have it. But he's now played a glorious ball over the top to Willian, who's controlled it and struck it, and it's been saved by Alisson, who came off his line quickly. There was a pass maybe to Giroud on. It's great goalkeeping either way.
Great goalkeeping, great chance, great goalkeeping. Liverpool was always moaning about their goalkeeper, but I tell you what, they've got a goalkeeper that's kept them in the game, and they've found a gem there.
Fantastic from Alisson. Great ball from Luis as well, as Giroud touches one round the corner towards Eden Hazard. Hazard's pass, though, intercepted. Liverpool back on the ball with Milner, right-hand side of midfield, midway inside his own half. Fired down the line towards Sadio Mane, intercepted by Rudiger, back defending. Then Alonso further forward, but only forward as far as Trent Alexander-Arnold, who controls and looks cross-field and finds Virgil van Dijk midway inside his own half. Jurgen Klopp today looking to match his longest top-flight winning streak as a boss. 8 matches with Dortmund, December to March, 2011 to 2012. It has been a fantastic run of form and results they have been on. But still, not top of the table with City's win today. Milner on the right, cuts inside, chip down the line towards Firmino. Just can't keep it in, right-hand side. In fact, he slides off the field with the ball. Slides into the advertising hoardings behind the goal. Just seeing Dubes a replay of that pass, cross-field from David Luiz. Fantastic ball.
His first touch inside onto his left foot. Really wants it with his right, but what a great save. The goalkeeper to be alert, that sweeper role really is what he's done. And to come out, I think really, if I'm honest, the pink shirt blinded him.
Is that something that actually happens though? Because that is a big, shocking colour. It might catch your eye, mightn't it?
Yeah, it does catch your eye. It must do. It certainly done something. But it's a great save. All jokes aside, great save. And that's what you want from your goalkeeper. You know, as a defender, if they get through, you make one mistake to save it.
I was just thinking if there's a reason why all kits are fluorescent these days for keepers. Maybe that is intentional.
Yeah.
Or maybe just, I'm sure it is to differentiate them, but yeah, it's like that because you'll be like, oh, blimey.
Yeah, maybe blinded in your face. I don't know how it works.
I'm genuinely quite blinded by how bright that is.
It's a bright pink, isn't it?
Very bright, very bright. Maybe it did work. Maybe it's worth all the sports development. Billions of pounds are going to that pink kit. Just saved Liverpool a goal. 25 minutes gone here. Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0. Premier League Live. Your tweets coming in, by the way, at TalkSport Live. Lots of people having their say around the world. Anyone else in a more bizarre place than Doug Miller, who's at his daughter's wedding, he tells us today. Do let us know as the ball is back with Alisson. Little chip towards Virgil van Dijk. Control with the spinning ball on the chest, then loops it forward to Mane. Headed away by Chelsea. As for the Equator it was. Back to Luis, Hazard round the corner to Kovacic in the centre circle. Jorginho towards Kovacic, releasing Eden Hazard, and Hazard is through, left-hand side!
What a goal!
Eden Hazard with the goal for Chelsea that says we are title challengers this season. What a pass to Eden Hazard, and the magic man had the composure and the quality to give Chelsea the lead.
This place is rocking. What a great interchange in the middle of the pass, and a simple 1-2 that opens up a great Liverpool defence. I think Kante gets it into David Luiz. The interchange between these three all day. Hazard, Kovacic, Jorginho. Look, this pass here. Wow. And there you go. The rest here is to one of the most informed players in the world. Great strike. Goalkeeper's got no chance. This place is rocking.
Eden Hazard there, first touch out of his feet. It's the second touch across the keeper. He barely needed to bring it under control. He just knew where it was going to be.
It was there, and that's the difference. The chance before with Willian, the first touch wasn't the great one. This one didn't have to break stride. And what a finish! A man in form. Look, what can you say?
Scored a world-class goal against Liverpool on Wednesday. Repeats the feat again today. Eden Hazard on 25 minutes makes it Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0. He scores his 6th Premier League goal of the season, 7th in all competitions. And he didn't play the first couple of weeks as well.
I think resting now. Well, know what we've sorted out now. Doug has a granddaughter, it's called Eden.
Got to be done. It's got to be done, Doug. Let us know in a few months that you've done it. You've convinced her to do so. Chelsea coming forward again with Willian right hand side, found by Kante on the end line. 2 players around him now, but Willian won't give up possession easily, and he has found a pass back to Azpilicueta. Right to N'Golo Kante, makeshift winger into Jorginho. Forces the ball right to Azpilicueta through Milner's legs. Willian, a step over, nice bit of skill. Drag as well as Jorginho crosses towards Giroud. Good defensive work by Joe Gomez, you know. It was just dropping for Olivier Giroud, and the Premier League veteran knew it. Gomez just put a bit of effort in there.
Lovely bit of showboating by Willian. But look at that. That's what Giroud does give you. Just gives you like that ball in the box, that target man, that old school target man. He should have number 9 on, that old school target man.
What have Liverpool got in response? They've had the better of the chances in this game so far, I'd say, but just weren't able to really force Kepa into any real action.
But if you're Liverpool, you know one thing's going to happen. Chelsea are going to give you a chance. They're not that solid first Mourinho defence. They're going to give you a chance. You know, we've seen it early on, so they know they're going to get a chance and they have to put it away. I'm hoping that, you know, you're going to get informed Salah.
Gomez to Alexander-Arnold, down the line to Wijnaldum, breaks to Salah, he's up against Luis, he's beaten Luis from the right hand side, digs out across, Mane is in there, controlled on the left of the area, back heel to Robertson, who's crossed towards Salah, was good, but it's well defended by Chelsea at the back post and worked away.
Good defending, you know, there's me saying they're going to give you a chance, but let's give credit to the Chelsea defence, they're very disciplined.
Alonso down the line to Eden Hazard in his own half. 3 around him into Jorginho. First time pass is overhit towards Kovacic. Here's Milner on the halfway line. Spreads it left to Robertson. Back in field to Virgil van Dijk. And I think Jurgen Klopp will be frustrated here because his side have played well. They have created chances. The plan has more or less worked. Chelsea get one move away. They take the lead.
They're frustrating Liverpool. That pass there, you know, just trying to do it one long pass through, they're frustrating them. Chelsea keeping the ball, their ball retention is good, you know, and Liverpool seem a little bit frustrated and maybe coming away from their game plan a little bit more than Chelsea.
Here's Mane, midway inside the Chelsea half, back to goal, finds Wijnaldum in the centre circle. Kovacic chasing the ball down, it's back to Gomez, left to Van Dijk, who carries well and finds the ball in field to Milner. Milner then Firmino. Firmino has a ball square, it's overhit, but he finds Alexander-Arnold, low cross, intercepted by Alonso, breaks to Salah, into Milner, then Alexander-Arnold. 30 minutes gone here, 1-0 to Chelsea. That's a bad challenge by Eden Hazard on Milner. And that free kick will be taken quickly, will it? No, the referee, Andre Mariner, didn't like it. And they will reset with Milner on the right-hand side, about 8 to 10 yards away from the corner of the penalty area.
Just a little bit late.
Eden Hazard leaving one on James Milner. Whatever next in this weird season in the Premier League. Hatchet man Hazard.
Well, he's there doing his bit for the team, defending. He had the finger pointing him last year, lazy, didn't want to work for the team. He scored a goal, you know, he's back there tackling and getting back there, so fair play to him. It's not his you know, Paul Scholes was never the best tackler in the world, was he? And he was a great player.
We'll break in play here because Willian needed a few seconds of treatment. The medical staff are now off the field, and we will have this free kick on this near side, the right hand side for Liverpool. Salah and Milner both over it here. Van Dijk has gone forward, as has Gomez towards the back post. Firmino, Mane, Wijnaldum all in there. Chelsea have basically got their entire first team along the edge of their own penalty area. Milner's ball in, flicked off the head of Jorginho then. I think it's hit Van Dijk last, kind of struck him in the face. Well, it's gone for a goal kick. I thought it hit Van Dijk. Van Dijk is complaining. It's actually struck Azpilicueta.
Yeah.
Should definitely be a corner.
Got away with one there, Chelsea. Home advantage,
Well, if you don't know, some referees tend to go with the home side, and Jurgen Klopp can't believe it. Mistake there, unfortunately, from a Liverpool perspective. It's Chelsea who lead, and Chelsea who are getting the breaks. Willian inside his own half, back to Luis on the edge of his end. He's fired the ball outright. Azpilicueta with some superb control, but then his ball down the line was poor. Van Dijk clears, Azpilicueta wins it. Mane then beats Willian to it. Then it's flicked towards Salah by Firmino, and Salah's got there, and he's round the goalkeeper. Mo Salah off the line from Rudiger.
Great defending. That one-on-one we saw.
Low cross cleared away by Alonso. Great defending by Rudiger. Real great strength from Mo Salah. The angle was tight to the right. All he could do was poke it towards goal and get it on target.
Yeah.
Rudiger read it.
But we did say the one-on-one between Alonso and Mo Salah, if they get that match up all day, you're going to fancy Mo Salah to beat him in pace.
Alexander-Arnold down the line. It's blocked by Kovacic. Throw in to Liverpool. Back in their own half again. Gomez finds Virgil van Dijk. The fourth shot of the game from Liverpool. On target.
I love seeing defending like that more than a top corner goal. I love that. When I see it defending like that, going out there, reading the play, where's his reaction? Goal line. Thinking goal line. I've got to get to the goal line, check the team, there you go. I love seeing that.
Could Salah have done better? I didn't think he could, but
no.
I don't know whether he could have taken another touch and got a good shot away. He's round the back of the keeper.
If he takes another shot, then the opportunity goes, so he's got to take that shot on.
What a great volley pass from Firmino as well to find him. We've just seen the replay of how he saw the run of Salah and found him as well. Really great play from Roberto Firmino. The understanding of the three strikers. It's great to watch. 34 minutes gone here. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0 on Premier League Live. Keep the tweets coming in. Felix says Chelsea have got the best team in the league at the moment. He says everyone else has something to fear in Eden Hazard. Keep your tweets coming in at TalkSport Live. Henderson, left of centre, finds Milner, fire towards Salah, won by Luis on the edge of his own area. Wijnaldum then wins well before Willian. Kovacic challenging Alexander-Arnold, gets Chelsea back on it. Then Jorginho into Willian, back to Luis. Good play, Chelsea. Doing most of their good work in front of their own penalty area, Chelsea, but rarely have they given it away when the pressure's been high.
The ball retention's been really good. Just hope they don't make any mistakes. But their choices and their decisions with the ball has been good so far.
Eden Hazard, 6 goals from just 8 shots on target in the Premier League this season. Of course, that great goal in the Carabao Cup in midweek as well. Not that he necessarily needs a breakthrough season, but maybe he could be on the verge of the one that breaks him into that final rung of players where Ronaldo and Messi and maybe one or two others have been for a decade. Throw in Chelsea inside their own half. Azpilicueta to Hazard, who heads up in the air. Wijnaldum wins the second. Mane wins the third. Alonso wins the fourth. Breaks to Wijnaldum, trying to lob towards Mo Salah. Luis steps across, and once again, just little bits not quite coming off for Mo Salah.
Good covering for David Luiz. Alonso out of his space, and he just fills that gap. Gives Alonso time to get back in that back four.
Here's Virgil van Dijk. 35 minutes gone here. Left to Robertson, down the line to Milner, under a bit of pressure from Kante. He finds a release back. Don't forget, the best way to look ahead to a Premier League weekend is to subscribe to TalkSport's Premier League Preview Show podcast. Out every Thursday. Subscribe today on iTunes, Acast, or any good podcast provider. Just search for TalkSport Premier League Preview Show. It will be in your inbox on Thursday, just when you want it most. Ball back with Alisson here of Liverpool. In his own area, fires it down the right channel, trying to find Salah, won by Alonso. And a play for a throw to Liverpool. One's over the word for the assistant referee on this near side. Don't know whether he thought he was being fouled.
I'm surprised they're going that route if it's just a ball in the air, because you'd fancy Alonso all day. But if it's a pass down the side and a one-on-one for a race, yes. But if they're just going to go route one, you're killing Mo Salah, because he's not going to win many balls in the air. It needs to be on the ground, a through ball in behind him.
They have gone along more than would have expected today, Liverpool, down the channel, but maybe that's because of the defence they've been up against, the organisation of Chelsea. You've got to take your hats off to them. They've worked this half very well, the Blues. Plenty of praise for Sarri as well, the boss. They are defending a lot, but
defending a lot. Giroud's in the right wing-back position. That's how much they're defending right now. That's a match-up you want.
Liverpool not exploited that so far, not noticed it maybe. Robertson's calling for it, but they still come down this right-hand side as Henderson. Well, he slipped one down the channel there, and Salah was never going to get there. He showed willing, but just didn't quite take advantage of that situation there, Liverpool, as we see a replay of Rudiger's goal line clearance. Reimagine Dubes, he's been given some sort of pain-killing injection, painkillers of some ilk to play today.
Yeah, I think it's him being out there is a boost for the whole team. He's been really, I like him. He's just raw. He's just a defender. You don't want anything more from a defender, and he just gets the ball and passes it to someone who's better at passing.
Willian has surely fouled Alexander-Arnold there. He went to ground, Willian, never got the ball. Alexander-Arnold's landed on him, fair enough, but it was a sliding tackle that was really poor from the Brazilian. It's on the end line, right-hand side.
Mistimed it, and then what? Oh, yeah, he's landed on him.
I mean, it seems like an accident, but it's two studs on the leg of Willian. That's very painful for him.
Yeah, it's not nice.
You can see why he's grimacing.
Nothing that the old school sponge and water can't get rid of.
Nothing that a 1-0 lead being defended wouldn't stop your feeling for a while.
But these are dangerous, because if you notice through the season, Van Dijk is like a magnet in these balls. I think he beats everyone in the air for headers.
And he's at the back post now with Gomez.
And it's the second ball. So Chelsea might think, you know what, make it difficult the first ball, but it's the second ball we have to win.
Salah back towards Alexander-Arnold, time to place and cross. He finds Gomez, back towards Van Dijk, who looks to flick it on. It's away by Luis. Then Kante will carry forward. Here's Eden Hazard, surely a good challenge there by Mane. Referee's given the free kick against Eden Hazard. Or against Mane, on Eden Hazard. He's given the yellow card as well. I thought that was a good tackle there, you know.
Yeah.
He's given a yellow card as well.
Yellow card.
Seeing the replay here, he slid in. Maybe it is a free kick, but I'm not too sure.
I don't know if it's a yellow card. I don't know if there's some ruling, but that's not a yellow card. There's been some worse challenges than that for a yellow card. Just made him even more angrier, isn't it?
Chelsea looking to break away at pace. Liverpool shutting the door. Approaching 40 minutes gone here. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0 on Premier League Live. Good win by Van Dijk in the centre circle. Gomez steps across now with Chelsea heading forward. Hazard for company. Gomez down the line. Good release from him to Mo Salah. Crossfield, beautifully played to Milner. Early release to Robertson. Midway inside the Chelsea half now. Front three calling for it. It's back to Milner though. Chelsea back in their shape. Robertson to Mane. Turns forward. Kante for company. Still got it, Sadio Mane. He's gone crossfield in the air. It's a looper which Hazard will win in the air before Alexander-Arnold can control it.
I do think that Liverpool have to move it a little bit quicker. They break free, slow it down, and give Chelsea a chance to get back in their shape, and then it's all gone again. I think if they are breaking, it has to be fast breaks.
Liverpool not been at their best, trailing by a goal to nil. Another crossfield pass towards Alexander-Arnold. Gets there before Hazard this time. In towards Wijnaldum. First time back to Salah. Wants to turn forward. Does. Four players around him. Finds Wijnaldum. Back to Salah. Salah's chip towards Firmino. Oh, he was free at the back post, but it's just a couple of yards ahead of Roberto Firmino. And again, for Liverpool at the vital moment, the move just breaks down.
I'm just looking, thinking, I'm looking for Mo Salah to shoot. There's no one challenging him. There, look, shoot! but 2 shots gone wide. His confidence isn't where it is. You know, he plays a ball that is not really getting there. But he's got so much chance. I'm looking for him to shoot, and I think everyone, a Liverpool fan, saying shoot, because last year shots, goals, and there's a difference, isn't there? And they say confidence is such a big thing, and he's lack of them at the moment.
Just doesn't quite have it right now. Mo Salah, former Chelsea man, of course, had that miraculous season last season. Maybe you'll have another chance here as Wijnaldum's released down the right-hand side. It's into Firmino, back to Salah. Forced away from goal, does find a release to Henderson though. Left to Robertson, Robertson's cross towards Firmino, won by Luis, only up in the air though. Away for the second time by Luis, as far as Robertson. Milner then loses possession to a strong challenge by N'Golo Kante, and Chelsea can break here with Willian. Robertson trying to stop him, he's pulling his shirt, he's nibbling with the feet, but he still finds a release to Hazard. Good play there by Willian.
Well played, Willian, nice and strong, his knees healed up.
Chelsea keep the ball under a bit of pressure, but they've been really smart with it here of Chelsea. Have played it back towards their own defenders with just a couple of minutes to go until a half-time whistle. Then Luis is not smart, bangs it forward to nowhere. Liverpool regain possession momentarily, but via Alonso it's found Hazard. Alonso then back to Jorginho. Alonso again back to goal, finds Kante, and Kante does the sensible thing and under pressure chips it back to Luis, up towards Willian. Lovely touch to Giroud, back to Willian. Maybe just trying to overcomplicate it there, Chelsea. It's won back by Liverpool. Alisson fires it upfield. Azpilicueta wins the header on the halfway. Van Dijk forward. Azpilicueta infield. Firmino will win it before Jorginho. Wijnaldum now in the centre circle. Looks to release Mo Salah. Here he is now. Right hand side. Comes infield, finds Firmino, back to Salah, chip towards Mane, Azpilicueta.
Great defending.
Great defending, chests it back to the goalkeeper under pressure.
You notice that Alonso always shows, you know, Salah into bodies, double up, into bodies, get into the crowded, where the people crowded are every time. Never outside one-to-one, because if he beats him, he's left. Always showing him into bodies. But it's also on his left foot, which is a danger.
Once again there, Dubes, they came very narrow, the Chelsea defence, to crowd that area, and there was a huge amount of space for Robertson. If Salah could have found him or looked for him. Earlier it happened to Firmino as well, they come narrow.
It's one of the flaws in the way they play, isn't it? It's what you give up. I think you can't cover everything on the pitch. You think, what we're giving up? The furthest part of the field, the most danger, gives us all a chance to shuffle over that 5 yards and get there, but, you know, a perfect ball. He just looks a man free.
Giroud's found Van Dijk here, ran into the back of the big defender. Van Dijk went down maybe a little bit easy. Man of his strength, home crowd didn't like it. Liverpool take it quickly on the floor, out right to Alexander-Arnold. An early cross to find Sadio Mane. Well, he controlled it on the thigh, then tried to volley the ball in over his own shoulder as he fell. Fires the ball over the top.
He created something out of nothing, didn't he? I mean, the ball come across, his first touch teed him up for something that he tried, he's got the ability to do. On a good day, that might go top corner. I think you look at David Luiz's attempt for the first pass coming across, you know, could he do better? Maybe so.
Again, there was a body over. I think this time it was Milner on the far side as Mane tried that volley, and he just had a little look at Sadio Mane and said that was unnecessarily extravagant.
Touch.
Yeah, it's a lovely bit of control by Willian after a high diagonal from Luis. Chelsea over the halfway, worked back into their own half though after some Liverpool pressure. Nearly 45 minutes up here on Premier League Live. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0. Eden Hazard with that goal.
Chelsea have been able, every time they've looked at the attack, with their possession, just take the sting out of it, not let them have the ball again to build something up, any momentum. Just take the sting out of their attacks with the ball retention.
Van Dijk there has won it back for Liverpool. He's been fouled, has he? Not been given by the referee, and he's out of position, and Kante's driving forward. Van Dijk's gone to ground. He's won that ball very well. In fact, it's come off Kante last and gone for a goal kick, and it's allowed Van Dijk a few moments to have a word with Andre Mariner.
Crowd not happy with that decision, but it's the fair decision. Come off Kante last. Good defending. No one's happy. Van Dijk's not happy with the tackle before.
You're happy though? 1-0 Chelsea approaching half-time. Have they deserved it, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think they've shaded it. Yes, Liverpool had the better chances, but Chelsea have taken their chances. They had 2 attacks, you know, and they've taken 2 on target and scored 1. So I think they've shaded it.
What's your view around the world? Who has shaded the opening 45 as people all around Stamford Bridge start heading for the concourses? Half-time drink.
Traditional pie and burger.
Oh, what I want, a pie and burger?
Well, yeah.
One or the other, surely.
Well, some people might get both.
Well, it's certainly Chelsea who are having their burger and pie and eating it right now as they lead by a 1-0 as the half-time whistle goes. Eden Hazard with the goal on 26 minutes. Who else? Liverpool have had their half chances, but they haven't found the back of the net. At the break, it's Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0. This is Premier League Live.
Premier League football is a truly global game, and TalkSport is the global audio partner of the Barclays Premier League.
It's a massive goal!
With live commentary of all 380 matches this season, available at TalkSport.com in English, Spanish or Mandarin every weekend.
What a goal! What a fantastic strike!
The event horizon of world-class football. Visit TalkSport.com to find out more.
If you're outside the UK and Ireland, we've got you covered. TalkSport's international service covers every Premier League match live. Full commentary, pre- and post-match analysis, and goals as they go in from every single Premier League match.
A line of bodies along the edge of the 6-yard box. Ericsson just rifles it in, and Harry Kane is there to head in almost on the goal line. More Premier League goals in a calendar year than any other player in history.
Every game is covered. Get involved in debates. Ask in-game questions to our commentary team and get goal updates with @TalkSport Live on Twitter.
Edge of the box is Solanke. Through to Mo Salah! Who scores? Number 32! Mo Salah, the record breaker for Liverpool.
Kick-by-kick commentary, expert opinion, international coverage of the world's most exciting football league. Premier League Live. Brought to you by TalkSport Live.
Go to TalkSport.com and sign up now to play the free TalkSport Predictor game. Predict the results of the English Premier League games this season for the chance to win top-flight weekly prizes. From the Gunners getting away goals at Anfield to epic finishes at the Etihad. Click TalkSport.com/predictor and register now for the chance to go top of the table in the ultimate football fan tournament. The TalkSport English Premier League Predictor game. Available online and for free at TalkSport.com/predictor.
The Premier League Preview Show with TalkSport.
Sanchez wants runners. There's 6 players on the edge of the area to aim for. One is Smalling! Unbelievable scenes at the Etihad Stadium. It's 3-2 to Manchester United.
TalkSport's Premier League experts give their views ahead of the weekend's action.
We are joined on the preview show to talk about what has happened at the top of the table in the last few days by our former Premier League winger, Matthew Etherington. Adrian Clark's with us. Chris Iwelumo, fresh from the gym.
Subscribe to the podcast today at TalkSport.com and then hear every kick on Premier League Live.
Oxlade-Chamberlain goes down, but he still finds Salah! Who makes it 2 to Liverpool? 1 chance, 1 goal. Number 20 for the Egyptian magician.
Listen to the show on TalkSport.com.
Half-time here in our feature late game on Saturday. Chelsea against Liverpool. It's the Blues with the advantage at the break. Finds Firmino, then Sadio Mane on the edge with the drive, and it's always spinning away. Hazard is through, left-hand side!
What a goal.
Eden Hazard with the goal for Chelsea that says we are title challengers this season. And Salah's got there, and he's round the goalkeeper. Mo Salah off the line from Rudiger. And that is how things are at the break at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea with the lead against Liverpool. Chelsea legend is watching the game alongside me, and Michael Dewberry. You mentioned that you think that they deserve it, Chelsea. They just shaded it. What's gone wrong for Liverpool then?
Not taking their chances. Simple. I don't think they've taken their chances. They've had I can recall now, without looking at anything, I'd say 4 good ones, very good ones.
Yeah.
3 of them have fallen to Mo Salah, which is a surprise, because last year you say 3 chances, that's 3 goals for him. It's as simple as that, and then they just seem frustrated. I don't think they're moving the ball as fast as they can in the final third, allowing Chelsea to get bodies behind and sit in. And I think if they realise, they've tried it, you see glimpses where they're trying to get the Salah against Alonso match-up one-on-one. If they do that and move it fast, it could be an area where they can get chances. But as a whole, Chelsea have taken their chance. They've only had 2 clear ones. They've taken one of them, and it's fallen to the right man, the man in form, Eden Hazard.
And what about that goal, the way he's taken it? We've seen the replay a couple of times now, and you can just see in that lovely bit of passing movement in the centre circle, Alexander-Arnold being drawn out of position, and they capitalise so well.
Yeah, just sometimes when you're marking someone like Eden Hazard, he takes you in areas where you don't want to go, or you're not sure whether to go. Because he's free, you're thinking you have to mark him, because if you don't, you'll stand alone. Eden Hazard took him into that area in the middle of the pitch. Great interchange, 1-2. He's got drawn to the ball. All of a sudden, as in no man's land, do I stay? Do I go to the ball? Hazard's already gone. The decision's too late. And all of a sudden now, Gomez has to come over too late, and Hazard just puts it away. Very clinical.
Second half, the way Chelsea play is going to be interesting, isn't it? Because they did drop quite deep at times. They didn't necessarily attack very much after scoring that second goal. What's the approach from Maurizio Sarri's team?
I don't think much is going to change, because they don't want to go too high because of the pace. They're trying to take away the pace. They're saying, you know what, if you're going to have shots, you're going to have shots from outside the box. We're relying on our £71 million goalkeeper to save them. You know, and that's what they've done so far. So I think they're saying, we'll give up the area behind, like you have the shots in front, rather than, you know, play high and in that area. And, you know, Alonso hasn't got pace. Let's play to the strength of our team. You know, Rudiger's got pace. David Luiz is not your man that's going to be sprinting everywhere. He likes to play at his pace. Azpilicueta has it, but they're saying, okay, we'll give you the shots in front of us. We'll even give you the space out wide. They said we'll sacrifice that. But Liverpool haven't capitalised. If they do in the second half, will Chelsea have changed their way? I don't think they can, and I don't think they will.
Fantastic second half on the horizon. Big second half for both of these clubs. But as things stand, Manchester City would end the weekend top of the table after just 7 weeks of the season. Is it over already?
Wow.
I'm sure it's not. Just a joke. Right. Elsewhere today in the Premier League, some big stories. West Ham 3-1 winners against Manchester United. Maybe the shock of the day. What next for Jose Mourinho? We'll find out in the coming days. Elsewhere, Arsenal 2-0 victors over Watford, though the Hornets, you'd say, were the better side over the 90. Once again, the Gunners took their chances. Everton 3-0 winners against Fulham today. Tottenham going to Huddersfield, who simply just can't score a goal, and winning by 2-0. Man City, a conservative victory by their standards, just 2-0 against Brighton. Leicester the same scoreline away at Newcastle, and once again 2-0, this time Wolves against Southampton. Bit of reaction, let's start with Man City and their manager, Pep Guardiola.
The days where I'm pleased the most, the fact we didn't concede one shooting target, playing 60 meters in front, and against teams like play against United and Liverpool, they play so good and they got results. Well, Liverpool didn't get it, but they play so good in the second half. So very pleased. So we control it and we create a lot of chances when 10 players there behind. So.
Thoughts there, Pep Guardiola. Dubes, another week for City where, watching the game on the monitors here, they played well, but again didn't quite find their best rhythm, their best performance, but still managed to get all 3 points against Brighton.
Yeah. Remember we used to watch the great Man United teams, and they just used to win. And, you know, everyone used to say, you grow up saying, well, sign of a good team, if you don't play well, you still win. And we're used to this way of football from Man City that they win and it's like, wow, jaw-dropping performances, and it's not that way anymore. It's just like they know how to win. Whatever it is, they know how to win. They've got the habit of winning, and that's what they do. And it's not going to be that glamour, exciting. Did you see that performance from Man City? It's just going to be, you know what, we're winning now, and that's what sometimes we have to do. So in a sense, it's good, and I think Pep will be buzzing that they do that. But, you know, from the neutrals, you know, we like seeing that. We like having our own sort of Barcelona in the Premier League that we can watch and be at hand to watch every week.
Similar story for Arsenal today. They didn't play very well against Watford, but did get all 3 points. Let's hear from the Hornets manager, Javi Gracia, who rightly says they were hard done by at Emirates Stadium.
I'm very proud of my players. I'm very happy with the performance we had today, but not with the result. I'm very disappointed with the result, upset, because after the game, you can see we had dominated a big part of the game. We created more chances, clear chances to score. We didn't score, and after you conceded 1 goal and you lose the game.
Tough for Watford because they've started this season so well, but lost again today. They were the better side, I think, against Arsenal, but the Gunners, it's 5 straight wins in the league. I think Dan was saying it's 7 in all competitions, and they haven't played well once yet.
No, I mean, I've got lots of Arsenal fans as friends. I don't know why, but the word they keep
they're unavoidable.
Yeah, they're everywhere. They keep saying transition, and they're in transition. And while they're in transition, if they're winning and staying in and amongst it, it's only a good thing. They don't have to play well. They're learning a new system, learning a new manager, and they're winning games while doing that. So, for a club, they must be happy, and for a manager, he must be excited, because things can only grow and get better. We saw Man City do that 2-3 seasons ago under Pep, where he's like building them up, and Arsenal under the same regime and transition, where they're trying to everyone understand what they're doing next. They've had 20 odd years of Arsene Wenger's way, and now it's a new way. So it's great form for them.
And to be fair, if you're going to be in transition, it's not too bad to keep winning while you're in that state. Chelsea-Liverpool is our late game of the day. The second half is coming up next. It's 1-0 to the Blues at the break. You're listening to Premier League Live.
The Premier League Preview Show with Talk Sport.
Sanchez wants runners. There's 6 players on the edge of the area to aim for. One is Smalling! Unbelievable scenes at the Etihad Stadium. It's 3-2 to Manchester United.
Talk Sport's Premier League experts give their views ahead of the weekend's action.
Southampton struggling down the bottom. We're joined by a survivor of their great escape team in 1999, Francis Bernali. Former Bluebirds defender Danny Gavidan joins us on the Premier League Preview Show.
Subscribe to the podcast today at talksport.com, and then hear every kick on Premier League Live.
Oxlade-Chamberlain goes down, but he still finds Salah, who makes it 2 to Liverpool. 1 chance, 1 goal, number 20 for the Egyptian magician.
Listen to the show on talksport.com.
Go to talksport.com and sign up now to play the free TalkSport Predictor game. Predict the results of the English Premier League games this season for the chance to win top-flight weekly prizes. From the Gunners getting away goals at Anfield to epic finishes at the Etihad. Click talksport.com/predictor and register now for the chance to go top of the table in the ultimate football fan tournament. The TalkSport English Premier League Predictor game. Available online and for free at talksport.com/predictor.
If you're outside the UK and Ireland, we've got you covered. TalkSport's international service covers every Premier League match live. Full commentary, pre- and post-match analysis, and goals as they go in from every single Premier League match.
A line of bodies along the edge of the 6-yard box. Ericsson just rifles it in, and Harry Kane is there to head in almost on the goal line. More Premier League goals in a calendar year than any other player in history.
Every game is covered. Get involved in debates. Ask in-game questions to our commentary team and get goal updates with @TalkSport Live on Twitter.
Edge of the box is Solanke. Through to Mo Salah, who scores! Number 32! Mo Salah, the record breaker for Liverpool.
Kick-by-kick commentary, expert opinion, international coverage of the world's most exciting football league. Premier League Live. Brought to you by TalkSport Live.
There's more to life than football, money and fun. Well, not much. Kick off the new season with TalkSport's £1 million predictor game.
Register now at talksport.com/predictor and play for...
On 25 minutes separating the two teams, and we are just about to get this second half underway. No changes for either side at the...
Free throughout the season.
Play it in the van. Play it on...
Arnold midfield, Henderson, Gio Wijnaldum and James Milner, Firmino up front, Salah and Mane supporting on the wings. Mane on a yellow card. and running back towards their own defenders. Luxury you have, I suppose, when you have the lead.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think, I don't think Liverpool are going to panic just yet, but soon they're going to have to chase a little bit more and pressure a little bit more and sitting back.
It has been a very relaxed performance from Liverpool, despite the scoreline. Haven't quite hit any real rhythm in this game so far, that front three. Van Dijk out left to Milner in his own half here. Van Dijk, edge of his own area, big chip out right towards Mo Salah. Got to work for it, Salah. He's kept it in well, but Alonso was able to steal it into Hazard. Alonso's kept his run going. Hazard drifts out left, up against Alexander-Arnold. Henderson there for support as well. No real runner for him, though, from Chelsea, and that's a waste there as Salah finds the ball up towards Mane. Mane's away from Rudiger, wants a free kick. He's not going to get one. It's not obstruction, Sadio Mane. I don't know why you keep trying to play for it. Jumping into Rudiger. We've got an issue here because the Liverpool player's gone in for a challenge and then stayed down. Can't quite tell. It is Henderson. Not quite sure what's happened there. It's in the centre circle. And maybe he's landed on his back. He's certainly feeling that. I need to see a replay of it, which we're getting right now. He won the ball.
I think Giroud's, as he's jumping, his training knees just hit him in the back. They're painful, that, especially a man of Giroud's side when he's got that running at pace, his knee getting in your back. So he should recover all right.
It does give a moment here for some Liverpool players to go and have a word with Jurgen Klopp, who's in club gilet and red cap today. Wijnaldum's gone over to chat to him. Just an increase in the intensity would help Liverpool a lot here.
I think that's what he was saying. I think he was saying the ball's got to move from side. If we're doing side to side, it's got to go a little bit quicker. If we're going to take advantage of a narrow Chelsea, it's got to move a bit quicker.
Balls with Milner out in the left back area for the moment. Back towards Alisson again. Big dig out to the right hand side. Alexander-Arnold and Salah both beaten to it by Alonso, who heads the ball out of play for a throw on the far side. 10 yards over the halfway line. Has been a bit of a flat second half, I think it's fair to say. Maybe after the endeavours of the first, the two teams.
This pace suits Chelsea more. Suits them more because they've shown already that we can catch them on the break. Liverpool will start chasing. Alexander-Arnold playing high up. And, you can see Hazard that space to go and exert that space that's left open.
Wijnaldum just over the halfway, chipped it out right, and it was nowhere near Salah, it was nowhere near Alexander-Arnold, and that's how to play for a throw. Tulani has been in touch at TalkSport Live. She says that we are right here. Liverpool playing with no fire and energy. They need to kick into gear. I think Tulani is not far off. Red's just struggling at the moment. Chelsea happy to contain. They have the lead. Eden Hazard's goal on 25 minutes. 54 gone at Stamford Bridge. Plenty of football still to be played. Liverpool's ball here outright. Alexander-Arnold fouled by Wijnaldum. Slightly overhit by Wijnaldum. Good defending by Alonso again.
Good defending. That's an area again. Alexander-Arnold, whether it's him or Salah, can really expose the lack of pace from Alonso. But we say that, but sometimes they don't really get caught too often, and that's because Chelsea, their start cushion is very deep.
Second corner of the match, attacking right-hand side for Liverpool. Towards the near post, flicked back by Firmino, volleyed away by Jorginho. Robertson recovers before Giroud, but it's looped in the air. Alonso will volley forward. Hazard continued his run. Controls and turns away from Robertson. Looks for an early release towards N'Golo Kante. Just nicked off his feet by Jordan Henderson, who was retreating. Wijnaldum will pick it up for Liverpool, but he'll charge down the left-hand side. 15 yards over the halfway. Back to Henderson. Henderson square to Milner. Milner will find a pass to Wijnaldum. Not too sure at 1-0 down. You need Henderson and Milner in the same team. I wonder if that's something Jurgen Klopp is thinking about with his subs bench. Naby Keita, perhaps a little bit more dynamic.
I think you need that in this game, especially dynamic, because at the moment it's, as you say, they broke, come back, pace, slow pace, and all of a sudden Chelsea have bodies in front of them.
Great spread there from Robertson left to right, straight to Mo Salah. Wijnaldum then back to Henderson, then Robertson down the channel, Milner in space, cuts inside with the right boot. then tries a shot after a 1-2 with Firmino. It's blocked by Azpilicueta. Throw in Liverpool, left-hand side. That's better from the Reds. Robertson will take the throw. And about the corner flag. It's in towards Sadio Mane. Hooks across towards Salah. It's away by Alonso. Will be retrieved by the retreating Alexander-Arnold. Then Gomez on the halfway. Left to Van Dijk. Back to Gomez again, the centre circle. Kovacic for company. Left to Van Dijk now, who has to chip it forward. Down the channel towards Robertson. Azpilicueta will get there first. Robertson's chasing him down. It's surely a Liverpool ball. It must have hit Azpilicueta last. Robertson says that is my ball, and it was very much his ball.
That was like a playground argument. Mine.
Robertson gets the OK from the headmaster. Firmino back to Van Dijk. Square to Henderson. On the right-hand side, Liverpool have worked it again to Wijnaldum. Bit of space for Alexander-Arnold here. Early cross from him. That's a really good ball, but too close to Kepa. There was good whip on it, but the direction wasn't quite there.
That's great play. That's what Liverpool have to do. Get it wide. Open up. Cross too near the goalkeeper, but you can see what they're trying to do. And that's what Klopp was gesturing to his team. Move the ball quicker. Side to side, move it quicker. Let's expose the narrow Chelsea backline.
Liverpool pressing high. Ball is with Kepa Arrizabalaga. Firmino chasing him down after a pass back from Lloris. It's upfield, won by Joe Gomez. Liverpool back on it again. Good pressing from them, as you'd imagine, from a Jurgen Klopp team. Not been quite rock and roll football so far. Light jazz we've seen from the Reds across the 57 minutes of the action. They trail by a 0-0. Van Dijk forward. He'll find Wijnaldum. Up against Eden Hazard, back defending the goal scorer. Wijnaldum has to find a release back left towards Milner. He'll then find Robertson running at Willian. Drops the shoulder. Good challenge by Willian to win it back, but his second touch was poor and Milner recovers it. Robertson again. Milner's run forward. Robertson's given it away for the second time. This time it was Kante's challenge. Will it break to Firmino? He's battled well to get there before Rudiger. Then Mane in the area. Beats his man Mane! Great save by Kepa. Got down low to his right.